Today, Tuesday the 24th of March 2020. And from today, 2 p.m., the President says Sierra Leone they in a state of emergency for the next 12 months, for the next 365 days. We'll be here. A lot of people not look gladdy for the duration. Beaucoup people be, however, accept the state of emergency. But outside, then say, then get issue now it's the duration way now 1 year. Beaucoup people we sabi interpret the law. One for make we know say the president waiting he do not illegal. Then say waiting the president do not illegal. Now so it dey na the constitution of we country. Again, we come to this same constitution. For say, the president get right for declare what he declare so in the state where we dey, say in the try for save the country, make this virus not reach inside saloon. So beaucoup people begin to say, wait to, but we not get any known case na saloon. So if we not get case, why the president for say na 12 months? Why he not make 6 months? Why he not make 3 months? Other people then say, oh, now wait. Parliament get for go look into this so. And now we Parliament pass them. Other one they say no, they no gazette mate. Even the president not get right for do what he do. They say who say me people get concern. Now where he be say the president where he announced the state of emergency, he not able to tell we waiting and waiting he cover and waiting he not cover. Because for now, because he left open so, they want the way to make fake news. They want the way to make propaganda. Everybody they pardon you now. For say they don't suspend the constitution. For say they don't ban everything. For other people and say so flights not go for go salon against 1 year. Everybody they talking on. Because we think do. We not get the correct. Yes, the state of emergency is there. But what's in our expectation? And what's we they look at? Because some people they say, oh, even now because of they want extend, they want reach to election, everybody they talking on. But now today, waiting we want lay at table. Because I know I make you come, because I see a lot of disrespect beginning at the comment section when on the video who side the president make the announcement or pronouncement in how you want take them. People let me they come and call the president all kind of names. Not so that they can open phone line for. With the open phone line for two things when you call. Two things now the open phone line for. You agree with the state of emergency? Yes. Why you agree with them? And waiting at the best duration where you feel say the president for be announced. Those are the two things who they can have for. But for can say the election, for can say there is a tone to this. This is no. You agree? Say this state of emergency go help for make the coronavirus because it's all around coronavirus. So if, let me say, coronavirus done tomorrow, in the next 1 month, coronavirus done, we not go say we still live a coronavirus state of emergency. So, I just want to lay the premise now, make we get a perfect understanding. So, we not go get issue with callers. Now, two things. You agree with the state of emergency, why? And waiting at the best duration, we feel see the president or parliament, because you go parliament, for agree for this state of emergency. For now, the president in a 12 month. A lot of people agree, but then say, now the duration then get problem with. Well, sometimes you don't agree. Why? And then they are the open phone line for. Yes, caller, your name and who side you call from, please.
Good evening to Vili, or good whatever. I call from London. My name is Nahaja.
Yes,
to be honest, to be honest with this state of emergency, Salon no get case state of this corona. Yeah, I don't think say it right for let the president make a 1 year for give that kind of state of emergency there, you know.
Okay, you agree with the state of emergency first?
No, I don't agree.
Okay, you not agree. Why?
If I don't make like 3 months, you know. If I don't make like 3 months, we still put it in England, I have to not give you state of emergency like that. And people and get for eat, people and go, that 7 to 7 is not good, you know. I don't agree to that state of emergency. 1 year is too much. It really too much because there's no case yet. Or except if they try to make the case, they will not know it, no one make it known to people there. But it's too much.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
From the US, and my name is Bana.
Yes, sir. You get 3 minutes. You agree with the state of emergency?
First of all, I want to tell you about Lunge Airport. Is it been fixed? Because that person was sick, so they're not for giving address or anything. They just get for go check and quarantine.
Well, Notre Dame will talk about today. Sorry, but Notre Dame will talk about.
But now I want to know first before I talk about the state of emergency. When I
okay, what do you want to know about? What do you want to know about?
If the Lunge Airport, you don't be safe, notice and everything, the place clean for people there for go quarantine there. That's how I want to know first.
I think the government said they don't fix that.
The state of, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. So me go tell you say the state of emergency is fine, but therefore take the people that were sick, put them quarantine, let them take care of them. Not for scatter the addresses, their names, and everywhere. Now, they take them with an ambulance and go put them in a quarantine. Period.
All right.
The disease no go scatter.
All right. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
I'm in a consensual union from Australia. How are you, Pa?
You're not bad. You get 3 minutes. I'm waiting a contribution.
It's a mixed, like how you did on table, and there is a mixed message because when you look at the president's speech, there are some aspects you will say there are no specifics. When you look at the Gilsay end of speech, where the people for continue to adhere to the directives of the Ministry of Public Health and Sanitation and press releases. So there is no specific to me. The whole speech gives a mixed message. Because I don't see any specifics as to the limitations of the public health of the state of emergency. And in the very speech, it says this is not a lockdown, so people should not take advantage of this to act prices. So what is the state of emergency then? I believe that the president will come back to the public and give specifics because this is very key. Because if you not get specific, even the soldier or the policeman will seize advantage to the citizens then as to waiting the citizens for do and waiting or not for do. So we don't want that chaotic situation for happen at the country. We urge the president for come back and give specifics as to what he wants the state of emergency for. Therefore, to me, like a brilliant idea. But other people go argue and say, like how you say, there are no cases in Sierra Leone. If I were the president, I would just lock border. Both air and sea and land, just lock the border, because we will not get specific, we will not get any infection, any case in Sierra Leone. Just close down the border completely. But again, I can understand, looking at the economy of Sierra Leone, how goods can go come in and how services can go come in for people and for survive. So that's not a big challenge what we get as a country. So me go also the government for engage between the presidents of Guinea and Liberia, if possible, the African Union, for come together, and because Africa gets least people away infected with this disease, they will come out with their own and a statement as to the continent of Africa, which position they want to take as to flight, sea, and land movement of the people for actually mitigate this problem with the world they face. And I'm your contribution. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who the call from?
Yeah, hello, Triple. This is DJ Omar from Freetown.
Yes, DJ Omar, you agree with the state of emergency?
Yeah, sure. Because the war right now is on this emergency process. So the state of emergency, I feel say, the measure where the president take or in government, I feel say they in place. I recall directly from Freetown, the scenario where they inside Sierra Leone, I know them exactly. As we see other governments around the world, they take measures. We will be blessed because today we don't get these kind of cases passed where one don't they suspect whether they actually work on right now for let them investigate whether na corona or na any other infection where they unbug that person. But as far as I'm concerned, the state of emergency is in place. Today there was a question around the street everywhere. People that they judge, the only thing where people be they wonder about now the duration time, the 12 months. Now everybody be there, but the awareness is there on the street. A lot of people now they are not be there during Ebola time, but I don't be locked down now where we there during this corona issue. So the awareness on the street, hygiene, control, sanitation, it not will be like 100%, but I can tell you say maybe from 50 to 60%, they get the awareness. Say we get for even do hand sanitation and all these other advices where they come out from the health ministry. So if the government is able right now to start putting measures in place, how to tackle this, because the average Leoneans today, where they are abroad or wheresoever we they, we situation will be worse, double worse if any case broke out in Sierra Leone than any other places. Most of these places today, all the area about Germany, Italy, Spain, all these other countries, they may get good healthcare prevention, healthcare situation, but today they suffer from this. So if there is any measure where government will start put in place now to enforce that particular issue there, I feel say it is in place. So now that makes the state of emergency, I feel say, irrelevant.
Thank you very much, DJ Omar from Freetown. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who the call from?
Yeah, Umar, I call from Minnesota.
Yes, Umar, you agree with the state of emergency?
Yes, I do agree with that. The only thing is the time, probably then for shorten the time a little bit. These are extraordinary times. I think we need for take extraordinary measures, you know. For example, because Mr. Sebin the plan for go Salon recently, with all the plan that I get for cancel all that stuff. We all get for take steps for you prevent this thing from coming over there.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who the call from?
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, people. Good evening. This is Zainab. I call from the UK.
Yes, Zainab. You agree with the state of emergency?
No, I don't agree with it.
Why? What's another reason?
The reason then is this. So the state of emergency, the duration, first of all, is very, very long. 12 months? For what? Even the countries then, we don't get this coronavirus we're reading at the UK now. When the Prime Minister talked yesterday, he appealed to people, he talked to people. In 3 weeks' time, the lockdown, then we'll review the cases back and look at waiting they go on. Let them go change them. So you cannot just declare a state of emergency. And in fact, for the people where they say the state of emergency means say they go suspend the Constitution. I'll just give you a quick definition of a state of emergency. Now a situation of national danger or disaster in which a government suspends normal constitutional procedures in order to regain control. Don't get me wrong here, I need to try to define anybody in law because we're not a lawyer to start off with. But waiting at the emergency, we already done in the country where the president thinks if we impose a state of emergency, okay, the locking down of borders, sensitizing the people, they call the people and they go, they don't lock down borders, then they sensitize the people, and that is good. And the people and they cooperate with the measures then, So, but bringing in a state of emergency, I think it's just ridiculous. It's too much for a country like Sierra Leone, and no case nor deviate, unless otherwise stated, where we don't know. And number two, it's just too much. 12 months? 12 months? It is ridiculous. The time is ridiculous. Okay, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you look at the situation, and even a state of emergency. Now, when things don't go out of control, out of hands, you're not able to control the situation. Now they bring in a state of emergency for calm and fix the situation. But that's not happening in Sierra Leone. Why a state of emergency? And why 12 months? It is ridiculous.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, people, yeah, bye.
Yes, caller, you live on your name and who side you call from?
Mommy?
Yes.
My name is Johnson from Chicago. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, you agree with the state of emergency, sir?
Yeah, I agree with the state of emergency, but the only thing they appeal to the government for cut down the duration of time and then for specify the time limit from which time to which time so the people don't go for move around and do what you know for do and get back home early.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Yes, caller, you live on your name and who side you call from?
Yes, hello.
Yes, your background look noisy small, but your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, I like the call from Germany.
Your background noisy small. I don't know if you can work a comoyanda.
Yeah, a minute. Yeah, I like the call from Germany.
Yes, Alaj, you get 3 minutes. You agree with the state of emergency?
Obviously, I agree with the state of emergency.
Why?
But are they against the duration of the state of emergency?
Okay.
Yeah, of course. And secondly, the president give any specification for the state of emergency, for say the time against the market from 7 to 7, from this to this, they just come and impose from today the 24th to 12 months. So we see and say we all know the kind of country where we deprive of Boku things, hunger Boku. So we don't even know which side people for go against or waiting people not for the against. You understand? So normally people will look at and say yes, the oppositions go see and say a political trap they want set for the case way beyond the Paolo case and other things there. So we appeal to the president, although people can say they're able to decline again. If by any means you go Google the media again and decline, you give a particular duration, say from now to this time, now we get against the state of emergency, or now so things, and the state of emergency they against, they go be fine. But we don't really know where we stand, you see. So then that makes some of we not support that.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Yes, caller, you did live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Hello?
Yes, call. You name and who side you call from?
My name Jungo Bok. I call from France.
Yes, Jungo, you agree with the state of emergency?
Yes, I agree with the state of emergency, but people don't get to understand the difference between state of emergency and lockdown. Okay? We on state of emergency we don't get so the president can revoke that at any time. Now 1 year na the law, but will go to 1 year. even inside 3 months, the president will say the state of emergency done according to the World Health Organization, you see. Because now, not to Salon no more declare state of emergency, but for don't like the president let declare say state of health emergency or public health emergency, you see. Now there's something people are going to understand more, but the government need for enlightening people. And this state of emergency was not so political. Because like when people say the white paper the commodities, no let not be seen a political way. Now me contribution that thanks.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, caller. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, this is Mustafa. They call from France.
Yes, Mustafa. You agree with the state of emergency?
I disagree, brother.
Why?
Because we now reach that stage they will forget state of emergency. We're there in the stage where them for declare public health emergency, but not a state of emergency. But for me, AAA, by program, let God bless you first for this program, what they do. But take them for me, this government gets hidden agenda. Then get hidden agenda. Because I don't see no reason why they go declare a state of emergency for 1 year complete. When even Guinea,
left that side, Mustafa.
Guinea and Liberia, where get cases them, they not declare a state of emergency itself, then get locked down. You understand?
I understand.
If we self, God forbid, if we self been get case, we can get locked down, but not a state of emergency for make like to the country, you know. Then the crisis, they need investor, they need this, they need that. I go happen inside 1 year. You don't pull 1 year come out first by you years they would all left. You know, make no sense. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Mustafa. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Hello. This is Nina Adama. I call from Ohio.
Yes, Adama. You agree with the public state of emergency?
Well, I agree to some extent. But I began like 3 questions that I asked were concerning like schools and church and mosque places there. Waiting like they put in place, and if the government can come again and elaborate more on the state of emergency, let the people really understand. But yes, for now to some extent I agree with that. But I just want to know of them 3 places: the school, church, and mosque, and waiting they put in place for them. So that's my contribution.
All right, thank you very much, Adama. Thank you. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Hello, Nami?
Yes.
Hello, my name is Abu. I call from the UK.
Yes, Abu, you agree with the state of emergency?
I get a bit of a problem with the state of emergency.
Go ahead.
The reason being there is no clear explanation. The reason for the state of emergency, and the president gets to explain to people in details the reason for the state of emergency and the flout. Waiting people are not for do, and waiting people are for do. And the duration is too much. It's too much, you know. You consider the economical impact on the people of Sierra Leone, and they tell well for a country like Sierra Leone. We want investors then for coming. When you don't declare a 1 year state of emergency, investors then for that whole year then they keep back. They're not there for come because we all know what the state of emergency means. And white people know exactly what that means. That means there could be an unrest, there could be any kind of thing. So they know who come. That's obvious. And we want investors in. And when you put policies in place or you bring things and come up, you got to consider, there are factors we need to consider. Sierra Leone now with the grip, with the grip, you understand? So making policies, then we got to think ahead. Say, listen, because of the situation, let's do it this way. Sierra Leone waiting at things say they happen with a jump before time, with a bit gone. So I think say we need for the do things then, like we get a plan, a short-term plan, and see the situation and then review them. But for me, I think say too much. They drive away investors then, and the people in Sierra Leone, most people then. Now day to day, they get their living. So some of them policies, they are, that untold suffering they put on people. And to be honest with you, that time you don't take.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Hello? Oh, that's me?
Yes, your name and who side you call from?
Hi, Trippy. Frank, I call from Associate.
Yes, Frank, you get the platform now. You agree with the state of emergency, sir?
Oh, yeah, I agree. I mean, I agree with the state of emergency, but just the time, the duration ain't too long. The duration ain't too long. Of course, the state of emergency is important because what they do next can for putting interest of the people first. Because they give the job. They put and they put for it and they give the job. See, anything we do, any decision the person they make for putting interest of the people first. The duration is too long. People ain't for go out and do their normal routine, do life order. But to be there for 12 months, I just feel that 12 months, not to 12 days or 12 weeks. That's 12 months we're talking about, 1 whole year. So I feel that that is too long. And recently, I know people you don't see we're friendly from Bo. I get friendly from Bo. They tell me say they get one suspect case now Bo of coronavirus, but you see it not show yet. It's in they do the test.
Yes, then they do test. So they wait all the wait for the result.
Yeah, that's true. That's what you tell me. Coming from Bo, that's what you tell me. We need to job the top on the phone. I say hopefully that they not to in time because none of that people be bad for people in that country. They will be bad.
Definitely.
So we only pray for the grace of God. We only pray for the grace of God that not happy because I know no one. Even if I was going to Africa last year, December, I come January when the travel could go back again. So I cancel everything again for go back because of that. So hopefully that not happen again. But like I said, the duration they're no more too long. So hopefully negotiate the duration.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, I'm name is Brahma. I call from New Jersey.
Yes, Brahma, you get the platform.
Yeah, I 100% agree with the president.
Okay.
Because people, you know me saying, Mina, First Amendment guy. Freedom of speech, rule of law. And then the joke couldn't in the board. In this case, are all actually they be any president. Because this sick na an invisible killer. It's dangerous. This sick dangerous. It not reach salonate. But at least the president proactive. It not waits like waiting and next do try to make that sick they go salon. It proactive. So we there Vienna. At least the people that are confused waiting a lockdown between lockdown and the state of emergency. Therefore, really understand that one day. And people don't understand. Like we were in New Jersey. We don't get nearly 4,000 cases now. Nearly 4,000 cases. Like me, I scared. Because never mind what we under lockdown, I still go work. Because they give me paper, I mean an essential worker. The job give me paper, if policeman pull me over, they show them a pass. I scared because I will get some at any time because I still go work. So people don't understand this is dangerous. It's dangerous. Look like that musician don't die today, Manu Dibango. Yesterday, another one died yesterday. This is dangerous. So we get to be serious about this thing. The people who oppose this thing, now we want to oversee. And we get on lockdown. Then we oppose waiting the president to do the country. Let not listen to nobody. Nobody. We look at Ebola do. Look in the country how they when they get all the medical facility. Look what is sick, it decimates the population. What about Salona? We healthcare, we don't have it. Let the president not listen to nobody. This particular one, let not listen to nobody. I will continue for listening. Thanks very much.
All right, thank you very much, Bama. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who you call from?
I name John. I call from Sheffield, UK.
Yes, John, you agree with the state of emergency?
Yeah, as I will say, I don't actually agree with the state of public health emergency. Emergency. But waiting Bremer just talk, I just want to add something to that, or maybe I just want to disagree with her a bit. One, if when the president make effort for all those say that they really make effort for make this thing not reach Salome. But my point is when it don't make or announce a state of emergency tonight, it don't make people then panic. So like how Brahma they talk, if I don't explain what it mean and make it give the people that wait for the house, the workers there, like UK here, just like we want to be explain. Then the Prime Minister announced say inside 3 weeks in a review because people that trangaye, people that still they go out, So I think say now a good step it take, but the word we use is state of emergency. But people that are inside Freetown right now don't panic. The whole country they say, oh, we're afraid for come out. I think that for don't get that time for me to explain really what they mean by the state of emergency, whether they for go out, whether they not for go out. Then the time, of course, the duration, to me, that 1 year is too much. So we they really expect for say if we don't get maybe 3 weeks or maybe 3 months, and after that if we don't review and see how the situation will go. But we all support whatever effort the government they make for make the virus no reach us alone, and we all pray. Thank you very much, people, for this program.
Thank you very much, John. Thank you. Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, is it me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is Ayo, the call from US.
Yes, Ayo, you get the platform. So you agree with the state of emergency, sir?
No. The reason being is waiting the reason for the state of emergency. What's the emergency? All they should have done was waiting them done they do already put measures in place for combat this situation. But by stating saying the country is in a state of emergency, that alone don't put panic on people, and people that begin worry. Why they put state of emergency? What is the emergency? What do they hope to achieve in 12 months? Why state of emergency? Why not continue with the protocol we don't put in place? Like social distancing, keep informing the people how to wash hands, and try to make sure that the people follow the measures they don't put in place. What is the reason for the social and the state of emergency? Now I understand. They need to explain that to the people there. We want to know why the state of emergency. What they intend to achieve by that? What's the reason? They just get up and say state of emergency. What's the state of emergency? What are the details? What they hope to achieve. You don't just come say you putting the country to a state of emergency. What's the emergency? This something where now war footing, then they go on. This is just a medical issue. Medical emergency, yes, fine, but state of emergency it carries a lot of weight. It make people start thinking differently. So they need to give us details so people will understand what they mean by state of emergency and what they hope to achieve. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Ayo. Thank you. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and where you call from?
Good evening to Sarah Network family. This is Abubakar Kamara. They call from UK.
Yes, Abubakar, you agree with the state of emergency?
100% agree to the state of emergency. The reason being, so now everybody they complain, say this not for B, that not for B. But we don't get a past experience with it happen during Ebola. If not, that's what they be act. I believe say not for being get the state who the country been did that timely. So now for a start, if this president can say this is a state of emergency, I believe say they review the state of emergency as time goes on. If everything comes to normal, I don't feel say you carry on say okay, still the country go on the state of emergency. Definitely they get for say okay, I been saying the state of emergency, but now as things stand, I believe say the country for on back to a normal way how they operate. So now people they complain, but I don't see no reason why they for complain. This part of the world will get everything they suffer. People they suffer right now. And imagine if this thing go to saloon, waiting for people them, it will be disaster. We will not get nothing we will fight against this disease. So me as 100% support them, but the only way you need for come back in the air, explain to the people them in details, waiting for do and waiting not for do. Let people understand, because now people they don't understand. We don't say the percentage of people in that country they will not submit, will not go to school, say they play plenty. So you need for come, you brief people them in details, let people them know how the country waiting mean by this. Because now everybody they come when they talk, say, oh, they say this, that. But he need to come back, explain so that the layman will understand how the situation stand. But I don't feel say anything where he don't talk, he go wrong for now. Me, I 100% support him. I'm happy for him and they carry on. And then porous border them, please, let's just make sure say the man and hold on to that side because now they probably get for come out. And we don't need that. People don't need struggle at all. Now we don't take this tonight.
All right, thank you very much, Abaka. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, caller, I think you can turn down the volume now. You don't turn now. Your name and side the call from, please.
Me, eh?
Yes.
Okay. No, so okay. Me not Zainab, but we don't call just now. Just
Zainab, the line how to get beaucoup people.
Yes, I know.
So please.
Just a quick one.
Okay.
Yeah. So just for try for one caller, we be the call. They say we already oversee now. We they say let them know now we they opposed to this state of emergency. No. Not so because we do oversee. Well, we already oversee now. We don't face this thing for stand. We know the impact of this thing, what they do to people. Them. So we need to talk out of ignorance. We need to talk with the knowledge already where we know. So a state of emergency and a lockdown. I don't know one way too high passing campaign. The president said not to a lockdown. I think a lockdown before don't be better than a state of emergency. Because a lockdown, you control the situation, try to control the crowd, limit people their movement, now in a lockdown. A state of emergency, now where the lockdown fail, people are not going to abide to the rules and regulations of the lockdown. Now you impose a state of emergency. So I think the president go too far. The state of emergency is wrong. And the time 12 months is too long.
Okay.
And you don't even tell the people what the people go do in this state of emergency, what the people go do, where the law go catch them. What did they not for do? What did they for do? What did they permitted for do? Or what did they go do where the law go bite them? The president not even say anything of that sort in his speech. So you don't just declare them kind of thing to people and impose upon people and take all the rights away like that. Okay,
all right, Zainab. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, bye.
Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and who side the call from?
Hello, I call from Columbus, Ohio.
Yes, you get the platform. You agree with the state of emergency?
Yes, I agree. Because now we know we'll be there sitting with Ebola they can hide the ambulance people there, people then they die. Everything they go upside down will be suffer. So this particular step, the pardon talk, may I agree on her.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and who side the call from?
My name is Ish. I call from UK.
Yes, Ish, you agree with the state of emergency?
No, there are certain ways where I not agree.
You get the platform.
We get a problem in our country. But this problem, I think, our president in Sierra Leone get them. You see, one thing, the power lies with them. You get the power for raise whatever you want for raise in the country. But the manners of the message and dealing with the people and the condition where people in Sierra Leone they live for survive. One thing as a leader, you just for any law you want to implement, you just for think about. Food security is the main security in a country. That's one thing people and things in other than the old goal for guide people. One not in a salon for guide somebody. Like when you can pass up and down so security then they follow up. No, that's not the main security in a country. Then go to book them, but they don't look out for even put the rules and regulation of the constitution to the layman as alone. Now this now they disturb in a salon. Not to the book where you go to. That common knowledge, now then they don't lack on. We all read the Sierra Leoneans them. As well whosoever want to feel bad about this. The one that will not go to school, not take the election and don't them. Not to don't them. Just deliver the message to them in a nice manner. If they meet any layman. When I say coffee order, during people in time back in them days, they know they understand what's in a coffee order. If you want to implement any rules and regulations, the power lies with you, Mr. President. Find a way we go deliver them to the layman. But people, the way the ash manner, the temper that we the Sierra Leoneans did, may God guide them, protect you. But we temper they then turn to ash. You know, they just use a jungle way of ruling people. Those days are gone. We are living in a civilized world. Presidents don't need to know how to handle the people of Sierra Leone. All they pray for them kind of disease they are made and go to salon. So when you want to implement a rule, any condition of the country, make sure the message meet the layman. All the while when they talk here, I support the president. Saloma left for support and follow and conclude. Now the same one gets to oppose the guy.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I'll tell you, thank you. May God guide and protect you people, and may God guide and protect you for this NIG, my brother.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Yes, caller, you're live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah. Good morning, Triple. My name is Abdullah. I call from Melbourne, Australia.
Yes, Abdullah, you agree with the state of emergency?
Yes, I agree. 100% agree with the president because this trip is not about anything. It's about for we for we own life and for people that won't get people that want to get here and where they own. So they also they at risk. We get picking where now small picking they also they at risk. We get vulnerable people that like pregnant women. Then let us take for instance, we say are they right now in Melbourne? Melbourne, you know, totally locked down, but there are a lot of measures when a restriction when the Prime Minister don't put in place. Now, anybody, if somebody die by you, not more than 10 people they go for go for that funeral. Last night announced. All the citizens, Australia citizens, nobody is allowed for travel out of Australia. They declared last night. Anybody where you want married now only 5 people that they get for the day. All the food court here, we go to supermarket, who say would they buy food for sit down for eat? All don't lock down. Nobody allow for only take away you allow for take now. You go through drive-through or McDonald's or KFC Hungry Jack, you go drive-through. So you don't put all this mess on. Not picking up for go na playground for play. So you not get for call, consult people there for say the way ready no more. It is until where it progress. And that they update we every minute, every hour. So what did the president they try to do? You know talk say state of emergency now for let's say your they go like say now war they did not that mean the state of emergency where you don't put in place. For who say for let we abide by the means or the way they don't put in place where it will help we where this virus not go spread in asylum because we not go at this moment all the salon they at risk, high risk. Because the medical facility will get us alone. It's not enough. We don't get money. We look like China, Canada, Australia, America, England, and Italy. They got all the resources, but people that they die. What about we? So 100% agree with the president. He not do this because of political reason, because you get power. It was for the interest of the nation, for the interest of the people, for save life. So now that number one level all come together. Now support what is the authority that they do and the head expert what is that they tell you for now do follow the instruction. Let not take it a different way. Now that number one tell people they let all understand.
All right, thank you very much, Abdullah. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Yes, good evening. This is Aisatu. I call from New York.
Yes, Aisatu, you agree with the state of emergency?
Yeah, I do agree with the state of emergency, given the fact that what the president did really try to do right now with the other governments then don't fail for do. Now that we country Sierra Leone, as well as we were to live abroad, we were to live, for example, in the United States, and those of the ones that are living in the UK or other part of Europe, that and president have failed to do certain things. They only try to be a proactive president for ensure that this problem not near salon. And then what they call law, be very careful in terms of understanding what really this means, within a state of emergency and within a lockdown. It's not a lockdown, which is specifically saying not to a lockdown. This is not a state of emergency, and they declare a state of emergency when there is a pandemic, like a medical pandemic or a disaster, right? And the World Health Organization already declared this problem as a pandemic. So for law, we know say we get two countries and where are neighboring countries and we border with country. Down there, they don't already get cases. We get to be very careful. We get to take all the necessary measures and for ensure say this virus not can salon. This virus is very deadly. Lord, look every minute, every hour, how the number then is run. Right now, New York, where they live, now we are the epicenter. Now we are the high risk zone. So anybody who can in New York, listen, just talk on today. Anybody who can in New York, you go now other state, you do a home quarantine for 14 days. Right? So we will call people there. We will call. We really need to be supportive of what they go on right now because we know say if this happens, it's over. Trust me, it's over. We don't have the resources. We don't have the medical facility or equipment. New York needs 30,000 mechanical ventilators. They only get 6,000. Well, then get all the money now. Trust me, they're not even able to spend the money yet. So, Lord, be very careful. And the one that they call say, Saloni for open for investors. Don't not forget, the first case we enter in Nigeria, now Italy come out. So these same investors then will want to. Now they will bring the sickness now with country. Will not want. So Lord, take them very easy and Lord be, supportive. Lord really try for educate with family. Then what they call you and the Lord tell them what they go on right now and let them adhere to the laws and the measures that they don't put in place. It's very important. Thank you. And I'll continue for listening.
All right. Thank you very much, Esatu. Thank you. Yes, caller ID live on here. Your name and who the call from?
Yeah, people want to call from the Republic of Ireland.
Yes, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, I want to put me through because I know the listing from the starting. What this program day for today?
The president don't declare a state of emergency for the next 12 months. That's alone. So now I make what they ask. You agree with the president's decision?
For state of emergency for everything or not just certain things?
You're difficult for able to explain now because the line is very hot. I think now for the listen to.
Well, let me just talk. Let me talk about what I want to,
On the state of emergency, now they deal with.
In the state of emergency.
Okay, carry on.
Well, the state of emergency is not bad. If in case like you put different state of emergency, not all you get to impose state of emergency for all things in the salon. Especially if in a market, the people who will go sell. If that ain't not included by the state of emergency, if you talk about state of emergency like we did so, the Republic of Ireland, the Taoiseach, the Prime Minister, it gives state of emergency of certain things like pub, nightclub, restaurants, and people not get together more than 2 people there. But the transport they run, people we get for go work, it go work. No matter we get new cases there every day. Like today, there are about 204 new cases in Ireland. And the total of cases about 1,501, all the total. About 7 deaths. So that state of emergency is good. Okay. But not important for all the marketing because we all know na salon. Some people they pass them go sell for the day before they get the living. So if they put state of emergency, make it be like starting like what I don't consume. Let them pop, let me talk so people don't go pray in a mosque, church, those certain people not crowd more than 10, 15. That is good. And this state of emergency, you get for review. Not every day for you get for talk and like even this overseeing now reviewing the review. If in a 1 week you put, if that reach, if the team still they continue, they go review the state of emergency, but make it not impose that state of emergency because we all know how shallow in the Tanga is. So this is a major message I want to talk.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and who the call from?
Hello, my name is Gogiatu, the call from Norway.
Yes, Gogiatu, you get the platform. You agree with the state of emergency?
I agree with the state of emergency 100%.
Okay.
But what are they try for talk people? Oh yes, because one caller say they don't make us say 12 months. But if you can't see where people okay, my do force with this caller, they don't make us say 12 months. If you can't see all things take place within these 12 months, it just get for release and back. You understand? I believe so. But waiting with the try for talk, it look like Sierra Leone and I don't know if we know it really what we want, or sometimes people can convince me na this platform, to be honest. Because it was make they say so. Now this government take all kind of people and they say the people don't know what to make state of emergency. I don't want to agree with that, because we get people in Dongdi and they know what's in the go on. They know what's in the go on. Majority of them know saying that because of this situation, make this man make state of emergency. Majority of them know that. Now when you're on duty now, say for go the help them, call them, give them the information and they like your eyes are to talk on. For help, may they aware more within the go on, but they know. May we left for the twist something that we not necessary. You know, they help the country. Because if I can go back, I listen one thing at this program where the president talks in a matter of time, because we neighbor country they don't get he go cancel loan. You see people in back where they twist and say, hey, president not for talk say he cancel loan. You know mean 100% for talking, but you know the stubborn picking the way he gets. You know the stubborn picking there because they know they listen. When you talk, say no do this and go do on the rope, people and go bribe for me, people and can't say. So something like that as a papa, you get confused. You just get what you picking and the two, maybe picking and prepare. You know mean for them, but when you get stubborn picking, what you get for those something like that, just tell her the two, all thing left to her now, how we go able to take care. But you look like with the twist, we talk then 2 months. Now we say more back with the pray. May God help me this thing not can this country because we not get medical facility. We pour with this, with that. Okay, if they don't take this put in place, why people not go understand? Because I listen to they talk to the camera where una go do from city council, the PRO, they can at all to the people where they interview. Majority of them they talk and say yes. Before 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, they don't can at the tongue. After then 5, 6 to 7, some of them don't go now. Majority of the people they don't go now before 7 o'clock. More like for they make something difficult for we country. We already open, so what would they call to people? They both say they help them for get the information. And not easier with the twist we have 2 months. And me like I agree as well as for this situation, make it one. Something that they just get for doing the hard way. And your contribution this people.
All right, thank you very much. We get to thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah. Yes, caller ID live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, this is Patrick from Indiana.
Yes, Patrick, you agree with the state of emergency, sir?
I agree 70%. I get the 30% I reserve me on comment.
Okay, carry on. You get 3 minutes.
The point is, I'm getting your own opinion, we don't make comments in this forum. You know, everybody get your own rights for expressing, everybody get the way they see the view, the message. You know, we see say a message, message is like information, is a knowledge, is a power. It depends to the individual where the receiver, how they interpret that message. So in that word, as I try to say is, the state of emergency to me, that fall inside the 30% is like it too harsh a little bit. If I don't use to further notice, it's good for good state emergency, but if I don't put to the hands to further notice, not go give long time like that and see all the England or America where they learn English from, they not use them word, they just use a lockdown or certain word they use. But state emergency is a big word. You can interpret it anyhow you want to interpret it. Anyhow you want to interpret it, you interpret it because it's a big term word. So I mean it's good for say but the way it say the time back at the end, we go say a year period. Even the one that London or United Kingdom, America, the states that they pass on they say 15 days, on they say 1 month. Even with President Trump, they say by Easter, while all man go to church, they will let the church full. Now you don't target that.
we're not going to compare them with them, but the situation is the president. I know he gets good intention for the country, but that big state of emergency, the people that go interpret a different way. I know I let people that invest to the next man, you know, where I understand the message. You can say message depends how the person what will listen to one message, but left to me now how they apply that message, they are how they interpret that. That's my own view. So our man get your own rights for interpret the message of state of emergency, which the president don't say. That's not me left for say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, ID live on here. Your name and who the call from?
Yes, me now, Daniel, with a call from Dallas. And thank you very much. I know I say this now, I think that is not AAA on the line. Thank you very much for picking up my call. And thank you very much for what you're doing. You know, I must give you credit for that. I want to also give credit to the last caller. He says some very salient, makes some very salient points then. You know, a message when they come out, people can read them in a different way. You know, the way we go pursue the message from the way the other person go pursue them is different. But one thing I want to make clear here is make we all understand. And
you agree with the state of emergency?
Yes, my brother. I do agree with it. I do agree with it. Mm-hmm. Yes. And one thing I want to make clear is that we as Sierra Leoneans, it seems like we forget so soon. AAA, you and me know, and everyone with the listener, I know say, Sierra Leone, we have had our share of so many problems and disaster in the past, and not too long ago, you know, whether a mudslide, whether Ebola, or whether the war. And some of us, we are critical of the previous government for not acting swiftly in order to be able to combat or making sure that Ebola not enter inside Salon. But today we get a leader who come out and decide for declare. And also I want for disagree with a lady, a previous caller by the name of Zainab or so, we say that state of emergency never been declared for us. No. First of all, even in New York, Philadelphia, California, even here in the United States, a state of emergency was first declared before ever you go into any lockdown if, you know, there's a need for that. So state of emergency, 1 year state of emergency doesn't necessarily mean that Sierra Leone therefore they under state of emergency for 1 year. These are things that can be rescinded. These are things that can be looked at, you know. Like somebody once said, if not a week or two, then come back, then go to the podium and go to the drawing book and see if situations are getting better, you know, the nearby country, them, even inside Salon or the rest of the world. And then definitely, this may not even last up to 2 months, you know, but let we not overreact on this. Let we not blow this out of proportion. We need for probably talk to the one that we don't know better, educate the one them on how to be safe. Sierra Leoneans, we have to take politics out of everything. We have to take APC or SLPP out of everything and understand that the safety and security of our people is paramount. And understand that, you know, first of the most important thing is that we all get business with them. Some people don't plan for go Salon. We're not able to go Salon. Some people don't get business them. But believe me, my brother, during the time that we Ebola did, some are not even worry about business. Now the safety now worry about. So we put that first. Let we put that first and make sure so we are all safe. And then everything else can be end of that. Thank you very much. And again, Mr. Ibrahim and AAA for which they do. May God continue for bless you. And may God continue for bless Mama Salon. May God make we not see one case of coronavirus in Salon. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Daniel. Thank you. Yes, caller, ID live on here. Your name and who the call from?
Then Patricia, the call from US.
Yes, Patricia. You agree with the state of emergency?
Yes, I agree with her.
You get the platform. Why?
Salon don't go through a lot of things, and it look like the land. Now with the oppose, the way people that they call, some man they oppose, some man they agree. In case at that man they talk and say state of emergency, we don't see today when I don't go interview people them, they don't explain to everybody for understand say that then thing and now so thing and they try to put in place for the people of Sierra Leone. That's thing they in AAA, not a joke. We said New York are they. I know what they go to right now. If you way they go except Yangat, except way in America feel every day for left he goes for go. So this way they don't put state of emergency. It might not take 1 year, but let us say 1 year. Salon man ask for land. If something bad happen, Gisno, all man will talk different things. If they want good thing, Gisno, everything at Salon, instead they take and say as genuine thing, they misinterpret the whole thing like a politics thing. And I'm not saying this is politics, Kampa. Now the lives of the people. Is that thing that reach in that secret they go reach la salon? Whose God would they call? Every day they call we now, would they pray for now? Me would they tell them so would they pray for now more past the one that they pray for we? Because also when they talk say, oh, superpower, America. Now today so people they die every day, not a day. People they know they die. So it's fine for when the president don't talk say state of emergency, may they take us so. They don't explain to the lowest degree for talk say they not stop them say they don't go to market for buy or you know go there. The only thing you know go for gonna run ban at night or not get out group like they can then sleep so then they make idleness they for cut off them thing and they for their own safety. So we don't say when they don't say 1 year so Mando and God where get for go December get for car I go. I go when you say for say day. You lock down, you know they go outside. What then I ask so nobody you know what come on I say now like what either New York, you say they go Syracuse. Then they allow you. You they stay outside you day. So salon I think say then they even then talk say inside in the Okada or whatever. If they say they take one person, people then they get upset with that. May they agree with the president what they say with times things will take in cause. May they accept them. That thing is not true. It a kill every day. So no one made us say reach na salon. Do you have the big? No man beer. What did they say?
All right, thank you very much.
Say.
All right, thank you very much, Patricia. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, Happy New Year.
Same to you.
Yeah.
Yes, caller, ID live on here. You name and who side the call from?
Hello, my name is Nayema. The call from Washington, D.C.
Yes, Yema, you agree with the state of emergency?
Of course, I fully agree. I think, we people need to understand the seriousness of corona. You know, when they see on TV, they need to understand. As previous callers, they don't call. This is a very contagious disease. And country, they don't see we get a list healthcare system. See the kind of death rate where they happen now. So. I talk with somebody today where they tell me about the number of ventilators where they all around Africa is scary. I know say a lot of conspiracy theory they go around how it come about and waiting. Now so we joke with Ebola, say Ebola can we doorstep and we see the kind destruction where it cause. Do you salon people alone no get quick waiting and call for forget. We know what Ebola do in our country. We know what mudslide do in our country. That state of emergency, it no go cost nothing. As for that caller, they don't talk. This nothing where they get for the review. We're not afraid. Salon gets one of the best civil society in Africa. We get civil society that we go still checkmate the government. We go make sure say they no overstep them boundary in this state of emergency. But I think also what the government need for do through the Ministry of Information, they need for come out and put statement to the people. People they not understand the literacy level in that country very high. Let them tell we waiting the limits of the president go beyond the state of emergency. They may declare a state of emergency concerning rape and we not say it for be rape, it be for handle issues like rape and for bring legislations that we go deal with rape. But if they deal with a state of emergency we concern healthcare, wanna come back to the people, wanna tell we waiting the state of emergency the cover and waiting will be the limits of the government. Because I understand people in concern that then people not go use government not go use the state of emergency for infringe on people their rights. We are not think say go because as I say we get a very active civil society in that country and we civil society activists and say for the Obaya we go still checkmate the government. But as it is now, I think it's absolutely necessary, and I want to tell the president, thank you. And I always agree with what they do, but this particular one, I think say it don't do so far for Sierra Leone, not for record any case for now, although there is a lot of theory where they pass around, but I think so we don't do well. And another thing again, one want to ask the government, we are all right until the whole day. Any Sarwe case come out, we not joke with them. That thing they not way they deal with aggressively. Any region where case come out, quarantine the place for 14 days, not watch person face. Make sure say them people away they on away, when get contact tracers them for trace them. Do you have salon people and this is fearful. This is the wipe out a whole nation. We see what they happen in Italy. Do you have a big with the big? I beg una low beer. Low we listen. That's what the callers then say. Time go away the government and say in 2-3 months, if who self say the thing done, state of emergency day, civil society go meet the government and say, wait, you may declare health state of emergency. Now this thing done, why make this state of emergency day? We get a very good civil society where they checkmate the government. But as it is now, we need them, and I think they're in place. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Cora. Thank you. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who side the call from?
Yeah, hey, I'm Triple. Good evening. This is Salas, the call from Philadelphia.
Yes, Salas, you agree with the state of emergency?
Partly, I agree.
Okay, you get 3 minutes.
I agree. Because the state of emergency not really bad. Like the last time we are calling on this program, I say me not there against the measures where the government they put in place, but like the issue of closing schools where we not even get a single case in the country. To me, that not been go down well with me, and I've been disagree with that one day. Let school continue for go on, churches, mosques. If we get a case or get cases, then they put their measures and they say, let school close, no mosque, no churches. Me go agree with that one day. The state of emergency, to me, what to make I say, partly, I agree, then most of them, I don't agree. Now the period of time, the time too long. Even we were the American now, we don't get over many 14,000 or 20 almost 1,000 cases, but they don't give state of emergency for a whole year. China, when a day the team begin. Italy, self way na the biggest, they get the biggest casualty as we speak. They not even give 6 months. So why Sierra Leone, we don't even get it? A single case, then they go get a whole year. And at the same time, if you were the one way a little bit familiar with the constitution of Sierra Leone, for any time we get a state of emergency, whether be it health emergency or whatever, once they say state of emergency, the president, then they get extra power for do a lot of things. We wish go be so and no one for make it be so, but it can decide for do anything, nobody don't get anything for do to, and once we in a state of emergency. So na my own contribution at Tripoli. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Concern from Australia again, brother. How are you?
Yeah. Now, one thing, okay, make call, but make and quick. Make and quick.
Okay, then, please, me they urge the government, especially the Ministry of Health, and all the healthcare workers, them, and the institutions, them, for actually do rapid training courses on all the nurses. They make them just do a refreshment on how to use ventilators, them. And we also they urge the government for make them try as quickly as possible and plead to China for do a lot of supply of ventilators there just in case we get the outbreak of the disease, which we need to pray God for, but we get for prepare. We they ask the government, the Minister of Health, for do refreshment training on all nurses, then please make them do a refreshment training, not to a discredit to their career, but make them just be reminded that this disease they attack the lungs and they need for the refreshment training, how for actually work with the patients them, how they for be serious in the preventive measures them. Make it not be like out Sierra Leone, the Ebola come, we lost a lot of nurses them and doctors them. Not make that careless again, make them do training. And people are way to oppose also the emergency. Look, when they compare England, Donald Trump now so neglect the situation, say now the situation don't reach in America, don't hit her very heavily. Now it confused which statements is again at the podium, mixed messaging. And make people know they compare policies of other country to another country, because each country gets specifically what in one do. Australia yesterday, 5 persons per funeral. If you post in Dina, 5 people in for attend. No person not for going at any park. No person not for going at any public place for buy food for sit down for eat. So every country at this time, every policy different around the world. No policies are exactly the same. From the UK, Holland, America, Australia, everybody panic. So anything any government for do just ideas what government they do. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Yes, caller, they live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Oh, this is Brian from North Dakota, United States.
Yes, Brian, you agree with the state of emergency?
Yeah, I got 50% agree, 50% disagree.
Okay, you get 3 minutes.
And agreeable if the pandemic can, like, let's say 3 months. Because I get a lot of callers the way they say, okay, if I don't put on 1 year, what if things are not okay tomorrow? he decide for can now for he reduce some or he declares, okay, we'll not get state of emergency again. Okay, let's put them back the other way around. What if the party just, okay, let me put state of emergency for 3 months. Then let us see what they do. You know, just like we this dollar they say, not for compare UK. Okay, the guy didn't come. They say, let's observe the 3 weeks. And even at this moment, me believe say, let we give credit to where credit is due. The past government, Ebola entered that country with no experience, we not even get any idea. Where can some people away them, they say, Ebola don't come. Some man say, oh no, and politics and the make, and now the southeastern thing may be common. They say not politics.
Brian, please let's just stay with the topic.
No, and I only say, now, them men and the patient, they fight them under with no idea, no training, nothing, no day. Not unlike right now, what they happen to. Sierra Leone will not even get one case it. And we don't see all what they happen at the world. Now make the government get a long time for let them prepare for this sickness. So not compare with somebody who not been get one idea where the sickness answered at that country day. So we get to give them credit. And all Sierra Leoneans right now, pass the one way them born today. But anybody who been there under this Ebola, they don't get awareness because of the problem we don't undergo. They don't now say them precautions and are almost the same. You get for wash hand, you get for use hand sanitizer, you get for make sure that I not shake hand. These are the precautions that we they implement now Ebola, where we able to try a little bit. So that way they let people in there for the say, oh, they're not being take drastic action. No. That was no idea not being there when Ebola came inside of the country. So when you say state of emergency, if you come now, you decide to make sure that you keep it. That is the problem. Now you put on rest. A lot of thinking, a lot of assumption right on the bone. Some people they say they do them for some reason. Some people they say, oh, the white people they come on. A lot of things in the bone. These are the things this will no one day anytime happen at that country day. You understand? Where would they get their unrest, then cautions and boku caution, give people in details. So this is my contribution this.
All right, thank you very much, Brian.
Thank you so much. Yeah, bye.
Hello?
Yes, Tony. Waiting, we just get short time now. Waiting a young contribution on the state of emergency. You agree?
Yeah, well, I agree to some extent, just like how everybody is saying.
Okay.
But your take is that even if in presidency 24 months state of emergency, if the borders are still porous, control not there, we are in certain people then we did the compromise, it's meaningless. The president can say 90 days and then put strict measures, robust patrol at the border areas. We all know. We don't go as far as Gendema, Malamwe, all in areas. We know how we borders. You give us something in the past. We all see what happened the other day. Them guys go take people that were in quarantine, the place to carry and go. So long as small money or small tip with the compromise issues. And if we go from the economy, like cash trap economy, and people in the way, we then go work that Maui na fitter, now we go open garage, you work, you get money, you send a house, you have to go na market and come by. A lot of people now they live in a salon. A lot of people they say they compare the scenario in America and salon quite different. The people in a salon, their way of life and who they live now is quite different. So some of them tell you when you just make a statement say 12 months, you understand, the ripple effect or the kind tension where you go create it's straight inflation. For where this thing they happen in America now, prices still maintain the same. Gas price, in fact, they go down. Massachusetts now, gas price is $1.89. You understand? Prices, nobody know they inflate or this or that. Probably certain goods are not there on shelf. You understand? Again, because of no. But you see, there is price control. In your scenario, when you mention state of emergency, like that, with the president just say, watch what will happen tomorrow. A lot of spiking prices, a lot of things. And most people don't get that kind of money. So people are waiting, probably the family, they're fortunate, they will send money for me, they go buy small yam, or start a basic food stop and put in a house. Why is this thing the last day it become under control? You understand? Waiting the government for still doing right where they still do kudos to them, and for still maintain the same thing, test people them, any woman say somebody there under go straight for address the situation. But we not get it. When Ebola hit we, there was no structure. Nobody normally know exactly how to handle. You understand? We normally get CDC hospital really 34. We normally get all those structures. People learn from the mistake, and from that we copy best practices. What we do best, what we normally do best, and therefore work on the strength or weaknesses. Me, on part, I agree with the state of emergency, but as you say, 12 months, it should have set up in 90 days, and this step to review. Or 6 months, and we'll still review how the world, how the world they go on. Only by 90 days, no longer to vaccine. Vaccine will come out from this thing, or probably there is a solution. You understand? We all see China stores that don't open at China, other areas they will cover down, flattening already. We know they place this thing for last for 6 months, or for last for 3 months, or next 3 months. Because if it happen the next 3 months, we all see stock exchange market how they tumble. So they plunge every day and this and that, up and down and every kind of thing. Salon, most of the thing people they eat are imported. It's not, and most of them, some they come out China, they come out Europe, they come out America, you know, it will be hard on people. You understand? It will be hard because there's such a business system with people they really work for them. Now there's no business, that's what local people in the independence issue. Now we back in there for 4 months because that's what they call you Abraham. We feel they have lost someone, we say that before Corona no carry, look how the eye shook me. Look at him in test. We cry for light, everybody will cry. Then now you can't see Corona, you see 12. There's the ripple effect. So the government should have been more tactical and say, okay, 6 months and we start for review and see how things are happening in the world stage. But for me, it's, the right in place for the time, the duration, let me concern it based on the economy right now. I'm your take.
All right, thank you very much, Tony. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep. I think most people don't get waiting then get to say. A lot of people, if we say they do census, a lot of people agree. But now with the duration, some people saying yes, they not even agree with the state of emergency. What start? I say, I agree with the state of emergency. What thing I get problem with? Now because there is no specifics. What make we need specifics na salon? We know the country where we dey. We know salon. Now make we need specifics. Because the police, the soldier, the market woman, everybody will get something for do one way or the other for transact business. Go and take advantage over this issue. Now a state of emergency, but not to a lockdown. We know say when a state, not to the first thing is, we get a state of emergency in a salon. Not to the first thing is. But if we say we don't want case, we don't want coronavirus for going inside salon, and the president say he go do all waiting he able do for make the virus not reach inside salon. Just like always, like me, I not like for compare the West and Sierra Leone. I not like for compare them because you know they do justice to the country. Because the West side they get 24-hour light. You know they get 24-hour light on salon. But when it come to other things, them you want compare salon and to other country. So until we begin get the 24-hour lights like the West, then we go begin to compare. But not so lights we they talk about, but now that comparison. Salon get case? No. But we no go wait till say pass we get case. Even the one we want taleke for say, if they get that symptom and that one way, then say, oh, they don't take the test and then they wait for the result. That one get one day safe. When we post on our website, there was a lot of traffic. And guess which country we dominate? Na Sierra Leone. na Sierra Leone, na in dominate, just for follow, say, we might, in case that one they come positive, way not to that we want, we can lose the status where we don't say, oh, we day 0. And look how the person passed from Congo to Ghana. Then he comes alone. But now, we're glad to say the borders them. Even on what the president say, he say the military could continue for man the borders them. Because that did the issue there. Not to the main one, no. Not to the main one. Now then other one the way they inside and town them. And then at the issue. But for say we get state of emergency, again, not to the first time this is the happen as alone. Not to the first time. And not to state of emergency where they say in a coffee order. Nobody know for common do. It's not a lockdown. Coffee order, na in a lockdown. Not to lockdown. Everybody for behave responsibly going about your business. Yes, the duration, the president maybe just taking blanket say because the constitution gained the right for make them for 12 months, 365 days. It just go ahead and declare I'm so. But again, if this done tomorrow, coronavirus, and say don't vaccine, don't they, everybody don't, life don't go to normal, we don't go say we still get state of emergency on coronavirus, then definitely, no, we not go say that. But for now, make we agree. Because we self no want to make it go there. People the way they work na the health care. If they tell you the kind panic and scare where this they cause to them, let alone this mistake gonna salon because of waiting Ebola be don't cause. The trauma alone, people I like they not get themselves. The trauma alone, it not go easy for dealt with. So, yes, the 12 months, no one look okay. But again, me, nothing say coronavirus go down. Then we salon say we get state of emergency on coronavirus. Then we will explain to the world, what do we mean by that? But we need the specifics. That specifics we not there. Now ain't go left for make fake news begin come out, for make propaganda begin come out, for make every other thing begin come out. Any other thing begin come on. Because right now, it just left so say, oh, we're in a state of emergency. Una way they sell on another is the price, this not to lockdown and that's it. So, waiting else. The person no go meet person, if you don't in veranda, he say, oh, with the state of emergency, you know, no say for the inside house. You know, for sit down, self-run you don't. So, we need the specifics. And we no one let that one take for common do because the longer it take, the more other people go for the bill story for this. $12 months. That's what the Constitution say. Now, what in the Constitution say? Again, a lot of things the way would they say for review the Constitution. So if we say na 3 months later, they say 3 months. But the constitution said na 12 months. So now the one way they deny the president just go for. If for be make and 3 months, yes, he gets the right for make and 3 months. But since say now the one way they deny they go for. But all now for make this particular virus not go salon. So after the virus done, then we will see why we still say we get coronavirus state of emergency. The people in a salon need for adhere, follow the rules. If your papa na host not able to take care of you, you go begin grumble. Where is strict, you say it's strict. But you know what they try for do. Because whatever the rules and regulation, the way they don't put all, now for make the citizens them realize say something dangerous they around we. Something dangerous they around we. We can't wait make it come. If you can as alone, it no fine. It no go fine. It no go fine. This now for make we self able to talk to we people them. Make we adhere. Make we adhere. Wash you on. Follow Sarah Network production on YouTube. A lot of videos a day we they upload it. We you know they see on Facebook. You dey now on lockdown anyways. What else you go do? So make sure see they follow we. Yesterday, we go na city council. We go interview them about this 7 to 7. We go interview Makituma and them. Even today, we people and they say ferry. We don't go na ferry. We don't go talk to the people in a ferry. We even talk to the local boats there. Where did it? But also you go see them video then they na YouTube Sarah Network production. Make yourself here. The Makituma and they waiting and tell we. They say they agree. What's now for this? Because waiting do now then go through Ebola. And we don't want this. All the meat and all the things in they catch black money. What's the sandworm, this and that? Hey, we don't want an as alone. We don't want them. We just hope say that result will they wait for. It will come negative. Because now dandy na we want. Negative na we want. So that we will continue for be zero. We'll go there back tomorrow. Till we meet again. Triple A, Tata.